Now back in Israel, Attorney General Avichai Mandelblit is reportedly set to shut down the Likud party's plan to again place cameras in Arab voting stations. As next week, the AG is expected to address the Central Elections Committee in a hearing over the issue. This as the Likud just doubled its budget for the plan earlier this summer. But again, many concerns have been raised over the use of cameras, including by Supreme Court Judge Hanan Meltzer, with critics saying that the cameras are a form of voter intimidation to keep Arabs from voting. And indeed, in the April elections, it's thought that up to 1,200 Likud polling committee representatives were armed with hidden cameras and placed at polling stations throughout Arab communities across the country, all with the stated goal of preventing voter fraud, which according to the program's instigators is rampant. Though meanwhile, when Israel's Central Elections Committee meets next Monday to discuss the matter, Likud party MK David Bitan will reportedly ask Meltzer what the Likud, which has earmarked an additional 2 million shekels for the project, can and cannot do with the surveillance cameras. Well, to begin to answer, Israeli electoral regulations permit members of different parties to make up 3 of the 4 poll workers at each ballot station, and a 5th individual affiliated with an additional party can also be present as a designated poll watcher. But the expanded budget is thought likely to enable Likud to place additional observers at poll stations where previously there were none in April's ballot. Further, it's thought that Likud is trying to strike deals with other parties to enable them to circumvent the rules regarding having 2 observers from one party at the same polling station. And the Likud has additionally requested an increased police presence, which the organizers hope will enable them to surveil every polling station without interference or threats from Arab community members. This, as the presence of the Likud activists in April was a cause of skirmishes at dozens of polling stations requiring police interference. But at any rate, Attorney General Avichai Mandelblit is reportedly against the operation, and he'll present his legal opinion at the upcoming committee hearing. And reports suggest that the AG will rule against the use of cameras during the voting process, but he may allow them for vote counting, as again, Likud claims the cameras are to prevent voter fraud.